Day two, but you guys were together in the summer as well. What's impressed you about this Concordia team as we get ready for 2018?
I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is how everyone's starting to come together. Last year I think we kind of had a little bit of divide, but this year I don't see that a lot at all. So it's been impressive to see everyone come together as a team and kind of start working towards that goal that we all want to get to.
Tell me about this offense. What's standing out to you right now? Obviously, for the last third of the season, you guys are playing with your third string QB because of injuries, but you guys are healthy and looking good here in 2018, I imagine.
Returners, that's what is kind of standing out to me. We got a lot of returners coming back and even some new guys who filled those old positions, but they're guys who've played before. So, me, Kamari, that's obviously a duo that we got already, so kind of perfecting that even, and when teams want to, double up on him, I got 3-4 other options that we can, easily do the ball out to, so yeah.
Last year at this point, we were wondering how you guys are going to come bounce back after a state championship. So many players from that team graduated, but 7 wins is nothing to sneeze at, especially when you're one of the smaller schools in the SAC. Yeah. How do you carry that momentum over and make sure that you guys can take the next step this season?
Confidence. We all know we can do it. We can repeat it like 2 years ago. We can do it like last year. But we got to have that confidence coming in and knowing that the SAC is a tough conference, but we're a tough team too. So. Don't let it get too daunting and have that confidence that we've got. So yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Go Cadets.
Yeah. Appreciate it, my man. What excites you about 2018 for the Cadets?
Well, just like Jake said, I think we have a lot more leadership this year. Coming together, like last year, I think we had more about individual, and I think this year, we got focused on coming together, and I think that's going to make our team a lot better this year.
You're a linebacker, kind of one of the captains, I guess you would say, of the defense. So what defensively has really stood out to you, and who are some of the guys that are going to be stepping up into bigger roles these coming Fridays for the Concordia football team?
Our defensive tackle, Cale Basher, he's a junior this year. He's didn't have much experience last year. He's improved a lot. I think our run defense is going to be a lot better. Our secondary is a bit young. We have Nick Craddock returning and couple seniors, but we got Cam Johnson's a sophomore. He's probably going to have to start this year, step up, and just a young secondary. I think we'll have a good run defense, though.
As far as your role, talk about how you kind of coach these guys up and get these guys prepared for Friday. As a leader for this defense, what do you tell them about playing in the SAC on Friday nights that's going to get them ready for the Friday Night Lights?
Just be calm and composed. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, you just go out, play your best. I mean, as long as you do your job, then play as a team, and we'll do fine. I mean, nothing more to it, I guess.
At this point last year, we were wondering how you guys would bounce back after graduating so many seniors off that state championship team. But 7 wins is nothing to, as I said with Jake, it's nothing to sneeze at in the SAC, especially when you're one of the smaller schools. How do you carry that momentum over, and how do you build off what you guys have been able to do the last couple of years?
Well, I like to think of it this way. My weight instructor, Coach Collinger, says we got to make our best play last year our worst play this year. So we got to just keep working hard and make everything as perfect as we can. I mean, I think as long as we do that, I think we'll be a good team this year.
This is a Concordia team that I know you guys have been together working out in the summer, lifting, all that kind of good stuff. So it's only been 2 days in camp, but what do you like about this Concordia group?
We're very young, so I like how every freshman, sophomore coming in, practice hard, playing hard, giving us a look. Varsity, we got, as long as everyone buy in this year, we'll be fine during the season.
Last year, offensively, you guys, I don't want to say got derailed, but you had a couple quarterbacks injured. You played with your third string quarterback as the starter for the last third of the season, including the playoffs. But you yourself still had 1,000 yards receiving, which is a ton in high school. Now that Jake's back and healthy, what do you like about this offense, and how can you guys kind of pick up where you left off and take it a step further than last season?
For being able to play with Jake over the summer and last year, we got that little bond like not most quarterbacks and wide receivers have. So having him come back and being healthy this year is a big deal. Hopefully he stay healthy this year and we'll have a big season.
What's the big key to the offense this year?
I would say our wide receivers. Wide receivers, quarterback, if we do our job and get everyone involved, if we have tell everybody we can do it and they'll all buy in, they believe that we can do it, and hopefully our line still buy in. We have young linemen, so hopefully they come in, buy in, and get better over the summer.
You're one of the few guys on this team that got a lot of reps, got a lot of playing time for the state championship team 2 years ago. So what do you kind of tell these guys about, getting back to that level, and what do you take away from that experience that's going to help you in a senior campaign?
We just got to have everybody buy in and believe that we can do it. If we can play with anybody if we all believe in, in ourselves. So just having everybody buy in and coming to practice every day, busting their butts off, and just buying in, we'll be able to get to that.
Final question, what's the goal for Concordia here in 2018?
Goal just to come out and play our best job every game. Everybody want to win the state championship, so that's our ultimate goal. But just coming in, being positive with each other, coming in, winning games is basically our goal.
You guys have been together all throughout the summer, conditioning, in the weight room. What do you like about this Concordia team heading forward?
I think it starts with our seniors. We've got some pretty good both athletic seniors and seniors who exhibit good leadership. And if you've got that, I think you've always got the chance for a pretty good team. I think in terms of Concordia, our depth is pretty good. So that's encouraging, particularly at the skill positions. I think we've got players who can really fit what we want to do on offense at receiver and at quarterback and at running back. The lines are always something of a question, but I like what I've seen through 2 days. And, defensively we'll be okay too, I think. But really with those seniors, we've got a good group there, and that helps an awful lot.
Where are you at defensively in terms of starters returning, and who are some of the guys on that side of the football that are going to step into bigger roles to help lead you guys defensively this year?
We probably have 4 to 5 guys returning, which doesn't sound like an awful lot, but we have several guys who have played some. They just didn't necessarily start. It starts up front with our defensive line. We've got a defensive tackle who returns in Tristan Chambers and a defensive end who returns in Liam Fletcher. And both of those guys are really good football players. If you've got a good defensive line, you've always got a chance. Linebackers, we like who we have there. Will K. Meyer has played some there. He's returning. Michael Fairfield has played some there. He's returning. And then in the secondary, we did get hit by graduation, but again, we like what we have. Might be a little younger in terms of experience, but definitely some good players there. So it's defensively, we've played really well so far against ourselves in some 11-on-11s this summer. So we're optimistic.
Offensively last year, you got hamstrung a little bit by some injuries, specifically at the quarterback position. But what do you like about this offense? Who are some of the guys that are going to be stepping into big roles?
Well, one of the things that was positive about that experience at the end of last year is we got some guys some experience. So now we feel better about, as I mentioned earlier, the depth at the quarterback position. Wide receiver, I think we got about 9 guys that can probably play at that position, so we're excited there. Running back, it'll be a new running back, but we like the player we have there, Drew, at this point, and I think there are some kids who can step in there too. And then, as I mentioned, the offensive line, we have 3 guys, 3 or 4, depending on how you look at it, who return there. We do miss at least one key lineman, and so we'll see. The line is always an interesting position here at Concordia. We don't generally churn out these road grading offensive linemen, but we like the group that we have. They had a really nice practice just a few moments ago, so optimistic again.
Final question, you guys won a state championship 2 years ago. Last year we were asking you the question, how are you going to replace all the guys that graduated off the state championship team? But 7 wins for one of the smaller schools enrollment-wise in the SAC, that's a pretty solid season. How do you continue to build that momentum with what is a almost totally different group of guys than we saw winning a state championship in 2016?
Well, yeah, that's true. I think success breeds confidence. There's no question that the schedule is difficult, and that goes without saying. But I think our guys, first of all, really like to play against the schools that we play against. So we don't really enter any game in awe. And so, you play that schedule, and then you hope to be at your best when sectional rolls around. And we really feel like, certainly with this year's team, and certainly in the past 4 or 5 years, once you get to the 3A playoffs, we have a team that can compete with the best that 3A has to offer. Now, we've got some tough teams in our sectional alone here in this area. So, our work's cut out for us, but it's just that daily grind of improvement and getting better every day. And I know those are old coaching cliches, but that's really what we preach to our kids. And if you do that, if we are able to do that, we like our chances at the end of the year.
Anything else you'd like to add?
That's it. Go Huskers.
All right.